Hello everyone. So this time it was me from the members of our book club to present my reviews on the book of my choice, but to select that one particular book for the review was as difficult as it is for a fashionista to select an outfit. But then I thought to review this book, which is more recent and relevant, and that is No Regrets by Kaveri Bamzai, The Guilt-Free Woman's Guide to a Good Life. That's what it says. Firstly, about the author, Kaveri Bamzai is working over past 3 decades with leading names like Times of India, Indian Express and India Today as a journalist, and she's a strong feminist associated with social causes like saving a child, women empowerment, etc. Now, it is rather ironical that I settled on one afternoon at my desk to pen down my reviews on this book, and just then my 3.5-year-old son loomed alarmingly and asked me, "Mom, what are you doing?" So I said, "I'm doing my homework," to which he further asked, "Mom, who is your teacher?" So I gave him some random name and involved him in some play so that I get a disturbance-free environment without being bothered with his further curious questions, and continued my writing. And just then he asked me, "Mom, can I get some cookies?" So I keep on telling this to everyone that we used to be obedient kids to our parents, but right now we are living in a generation of obedient parenthood. So I ran to the kitchen at his command, bribed him with his cookies, favorite ones, and then thought continue jotting down, but just then he asked me, "Mom, can you accompany me to the loo?" So finally I decided to postpone my write-up during night hours when he is accompanied by his dear daddy, and this book is all about that. It is so difficult for a woman to manage time, to manage relationships, and in particular woman. Why? Because a woman is always found multitasking. Bamzai's writing style is limpid. It is combination of comic and calamitous incidents which is yoked together. She's being sarcastic and direct at places, and she's also posted the situations which are hilarious and highly serious at the same time. So I enjoyed this book thoroughly because there are lessons from life which is taken from her own experiences, as well as she has taken experiences and shared the life lessons from other women, those who are in charge at high level, like Smriti Irani, Sudha Murthy, Twinkle Khanna, Sania Mirza and many others. So the book is getting preachy. The first lesson was how to have a proper work-life balance. She has advised never to stop working, especially new moms, because in meeting the deadlines and in this messy puddles of life, it's very important to be financially independent. And she's also advised on husbanding your resources and taking charge of your finance. Secondly, she has also advised on managing relationships, in particularly marriage and other relationships which are outcome of marriage, majorly motherhood. She has also counseled a woman to cultivate some hobby and have that leisure time, which is very important to remain stress-free. Further, she has counseled all of us to take good care of ourselves. Why? Because woman is often found sacrificing her need, and it's a cliche not to judge a book by its cover, but then if you see the cover page, it is so fascinating. As I said, we all are here running mostly here and there, but here there is a woman who is doing her makeup, the other one is decorating herself with ornaments. Then there is one relaxing on a chair, enjoying her cup of tea after her sport. There is one who is decorating the table. Then there is one who is relaxing on a couch and enjoying a phone call. So it is so fascinating to see a woman at peace, because her peace is often outrageously disturbed. So this book is not only for women, but it is for everyone there. We are able to connect with the content, and as I said, the book is being preachy, but at the same time it is very interesting. And I'm not a strong feminist, but I do believe in gender equality and post 377 and LGBTQ rights. It's so important to understand the concept of gender equality, and we know in our society, male dominating society, the things are getting better nowadays, but then it becomes a challenge for a writer or a filmmaker or anyone who wants to talk about the same topic, because it is being oversaid, it is being over practiced now, and to ensure that the message is passed and heard and listened by the people, you need to spice it up, and she has done it beautifully. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I recommend it. Secondly, I'm also fond of writing. Actually, not writing, but scratching and scribbling, that what I say. So I've written something which is related to this, and it is to the woman. I would like to present that. While working round the clock, I often wonder how amusing it would be to carelessly wander. But when I'm at ease, again I think, without sailing along with time, my boat may sink. If I am here, I wish to be there. Even after reaching there, I find peace nowhere. A guilt often follows while working in a cubicle in between inadequate family time. Meeting deadlines is an obstacle. For winning one battle, I have to lose on another. I can't get everything done, and that is always bothered. Often I wish to stop the time. Perhaps then this amazing acceleration would be bind. So here it is to all the women. It is difficult to cope up with ceaseless clock, no doubt. But instead of fearing on missing out, celebrate the endless joy of missing out. FOMO and JOMO, that's what we say. And at last, I would be happier if the book would have been written by a male author, and more than happy if the reviews would have been presented by male members of our book club. I hope you people are listening there. So, but as Bamzai said, no regrets. Thank you.